This is a weapon straight from hell. One hit from this thing, and you drop straight down to the deepest part of hell. No way out, ever. This weapon was never supposed to exist in this world. But then one day, a man named Milton stole it right out of hell. Milton was a soul imprisoned by Satan. He was stuck in hell, but he could see everything happening in the world above. He watched his daughter get murdered by a cult leader named Jonah King. He watched his granddaughter get taken. She was going to be used as a sacrifice in a ritual on the night of the full moon. Milton broke out of hell, just to save his granddaughter. He tracked down one of the cult members who was involved in the kidnapping. Didn't take long before he forced the location out of him. 3 days from now, Jonah King would complete the blood ritual at Silent Water Swamp. Milton heard everything he needed, shot the gas tank, and walked away. Then he rolled into a diner, trying to find out where Silent Water Swamp was. That's when he noticed a waitress named Piper. But it wasn't Piper he cared about. It was the Dodge muscle car parked right out front. Just then, her boss started harassing her. Piper didn't hold back. She hit him back, then stuffed the cash right into his mouth.
Quit.
Piper ripped off her apron and headed straight for her car. What she didn't know was that Milton had already had his eye on her. She hadn't even driven that far when the engine suddenly started smoking. Piper had to pull over and check it out. That's when Milton walked up. He offered to fix the car. All he wanted in return was a ride. Piper didn't say no. Milton casually pulled out the cigarette but he'd stuffed into the air intake earlier. The car was fine instantly, just like that. He was riding shotgun. They split up once they got there. Milton went to a payphone to check on his weapon, but out of nowhere, he heard shouting in the distance. He saw Piper getting roughed up by her boyfriend. Milton didn't even hesitate. He dropped the guy right there. Piper was grateful, so she offered to drive Milton to Silent Water Swamp. Meanwhile, hell had sent its own enforcer. The accountant crossed over into the living world. He was under Satan's orders to drag Milton back to hell. The accountant tracked down Piper's boyfriend fast. He asked where Milton was, but the bald guy was still playing tough, started running his mouth, even put his hands on the accountant. Big mistake, because the one thing the accountant hates is anyone touching his suit. The bald guy wasn't done. He grabbed a bat and swung, but the accountant sidestepped it without even blinking. Took the bat right out of his hand. Once he had what he needed, the accountant stepped outside and walked straight into 2 cops. He didn't want the trouble, so he walked up to them first. But one of the cops went inside, found the bald guy's body, and came right back out to arrest him. The accountant didn't even flinch. He flipped a coin into the air. When it landed back in his hand, it had turned into an FBI badge. Both cops bought it on the spot. They ran Milton's whereabouts for him, and handed over their squad car without a second thought. The accountant floored it in that police car, and caught up to Milton. The man pulls out a gun straight from hell. He aims at the hell enforcer and fires. The shot misses, but the power is insane. Just the impact alone sends the car out of control. The car slams into the guardrail. Both the car and the people fall off the bridge, but the hell enforcer stays calm. He comes from hell. He cannot die. Not long after, 2 young people find the crashed car. They are about to go check it out, but in the next second, on the other side, Milton arrives at a church. He sees his granddaughter is right there. He rushes straight toward her, but right then, he gets surrounded by a group of cult members. The 2 are quickly overpowered. At this moment, Jonah King walks out and reveals his plan. It turns out, he wants to use Milton's granddaughter as a sacrifice to gain power from the devil. Milton tries to fight back, but he gets shot down. Piper rushes in to resist, but Jonah King grabs her and takes her away. But they do not know, Milton is not dead at all. In the next second, his eyes snap open. After taking down a few cult members, Milton jumps into a car and chases after them. Piper does not give up either. Inside the car, she finds a chance and stabs Jonah King. This completely enrages him. He pulls out a handgun and prepares to shoot. At the critical moment, Piper jumps straight out of the RV. Jonah King misses her, but damages the vehicle instead. Milton can only watch as he escapes. At the same time, the hell enforcer arrives at the church. From the cult members, he learns why Milton escaped from hell, so he changes his mind and decides to help Milton get his granddaughter back. On the other side, Milton arrives at an old friend's warehouse. He picks a red sports car and takes Piper with him to continue the chase. But on the road, a large group of police set up a roadblock. They box him in from both sides and completely surround Milton. Right at this moment, a fuel truck speeds in from a distance. The driver is the hell enforcer. He hums a song and crashes straight into the police cars. Then he drifts to a stop and steps out of the truck. Milton seizes the chance, slams the gas, and drives the sports car out of the trap. This completely enrages the old cop, who raises his gun and aims straight at the hell enforcer. The man gets surrounded by a whole squad of armed cops, but he doesn't even flinch. He just flips a coin into the air. Every single cop freezes on the spot, but what they don't know is that this man is not an FBI agent at all. He's a hell messenger sent by Satan. His mission is to drag back the man who escaped from hell. Meanwhile, Milton wants to save his granddaughter. He and Piper have already found the cult's hideout, but before they can make a move, the hell messenger grabs Piper. He gives Milton an ultimatum. Once the granddaughter is rescued, Milton has to go back to hell with him to save her. Milton puts down the gun from hell. On the other side, Jonah King's ritual has already begun. He's about to sacrifice the little girl. Then out of nowhere, nowhere, Milton comes roaring in with a sports car. To save his granddaughter, he drives straight into the crowd. The whole place explodes into chaos. At the same time, two of Jonah King's men actually try to shoot the Hell Messenger. But in the next second, the Hell Messenger flips that coin. Right at that moment, Piper snatches the gun from Hell. She's going to use it to help Milton. Meanwhile, Milton has taken out every single cult member. But just as he goes after Jonah King, the last one blindsides him from behind. Right at that critical moment, Piper shows up. She raises the gun from Hell and pulls the trigger, blows the attacker away with one shot. But the massive recoil sends her crashing to the ground. Milton sees this and crawls toward her as fast as he can. Jonah King starts gloating. He thinks he's already won. The Hell Messenger draws his attention away. Milton takes the opening, picks up the gun from Hell, and sends Jonah King straight back to Hell. The fight is over. The Hell Messenger picks up the little girl and hands her to Milton. Milton gently kisses his granddaughter. Then he passes the child to Piper. In the next second, the Hell Messenger summons the Hell Chariot and takes Milton back to Hell.